Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sheila here in Boho Daydreams, and welcome to my channel. Um, it's a snowy day, but nothing is sticking. I hope our weatherman is doing okay. He was a little bit sick there for a while, so I hope that he's recovered. We love the snow, so it's okay, Bob. We love the snow. I have a happy mail here that's very sentimental. And it comes from Lee Jean, and she is in Ontario, Canada. And she was looking for some tactile textiles for her art classes. She has an art barn where she um, holds classes for all ages and all abilities, and mostly it'd be senior citizens with some challenging issues, and children and adults with autism. So it's a bit of a complicated happy mail. So I just hope that I do it justice, because it's um, very well thought out and quite sentimental to both Lee and to me. So first I'm going to show you some of the art that her class creates. And this is a postcard that she made for me. And what she does with the arts that her kids create and her students create is she cuts them up. And she makes them into all types of journals and journaling pieces. And they make tags now, she said. And she's part of the group, and she just loves it. And she gets ideas for her craft, her crafting in the art barn. And she does have a Facebook page, the art barn. So if you want to, you can go and visit that. So these are all pieces that you can cut up and use and cut out of this journal, whatever you want to do with it. So I thought that was such a great idea. And it is so pretty. And these artists don't realize that what they're creating is actually beautiful. They're just creating something. Then she made another little journal, and this one has just some papers in it to take notes and to carry in your purse, which is a good idea. Look at the beautiful cover on that. I was pretty busy in Canada, and I hope I didn't misplace some of the pieces that were in this package. I would have kept this in my purse and actually used it if I hadn't put it away somewhere and only found it after I got home. Also inside the package were a lot of trims. And these are all old trims, vintage trims that she had stacked away in the barn. The fabrics and the laces I'm going to show you came from the barn, and oh, the story behind that is quite something. So I think I remember there being some beads. Oh yes, beads in here. Oh, this is a beautiful scarf. So she says, Lee says, I want to call her Jean, but her name is Lee, says that these pieces came from her grandmother's jewelry box, which is quite special. Oops. Oh dear, they're falling out regardless. These are great. Aren't they pretty? They're those glass pieces, and then they're painted on the back. And they're, you can actually use them as dangle pieces. Those are so pretty. I'm sorry that I didn't open that correctly. Ah, yes. So, the story behind these. these dangles, Lee makes them, and she gives them away, and they have traveled all over the world. People put these on their suitcases, so they recognize their suitcases. And these dangles are created from her mother's clothing that was left after her mother left when she was 56 years old. She had a mom who was sick quite a bit and was unable to travel. So her mom passed away when the mother was 56 years old. And so she has now created these dangles, and she gives them away to family and friends, and they have traveled the world. And she says because her mother could not travel, she is now traveling with these tassels. I'm sorry, I maybe called them dangles. They're tassels. Today is a bit of a hard day for me. I don't want to really bring anybody down, but today is the anniversary of losing someone very special in my life, and it's always a little bit of a hard day. And here's another. This would have come from her grandmother's and her great-grandmother's jewelry boxes. Oh, I better just undo this. There's no way around it. Look how pretty that is. It's a beautiful little stick pin. Oh, look at this. I forgot. I haven't looked at these since I packed them away. These are so pretty. These are boho beads, but she's put them on a key ring. So that's just a nice chunky dangle all in itself. Look at that. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Thank you. And this is an earring. All right, I'm back. Instead of fumbling in front of the camera, I thought I would turn the camera off. So these feathers are made from CD cases, and they're just painted, and a hole is drilled into them. And I don't know if they're melted down. They might be melted down a little bit, and then they just write a sentiment on them, and you can hang them off of anything because there's a safety pin on them. And there is another earring that would have come from her grandmother's jewelry box. And there is also another dangle tassel in the form of an angel. And it says "Stay blessed" on here. And it would also have some of her mother's clothing on that. And then Lee sent me a piece of fabric that was sentimental. This was a remnant that was left over from her daughter's wedding, and this is the colors that Lee herself wore as mother of the bride. So her daughter had made her the dress, and this is the remnants that was left over. I'm going to clean up now so I have room to bring out the textiles. All right, I'm back. So what I'm about to show you is a collection of textiles that I received from Lee, and Lee said these were from her great-grandmother. When her mother had passed away, she was gifted all of these textiles. And so they sat in the barn some 20 plus years. And so when we spoke of them, she brought them down, and she went through them, took out the pieces that were moth-eaten and a bit had some mice droppings in them. So she cleared that all out, and then she sent what was still usable to me. And this comes from her great-grandmother. And there's a lot of hand crocheting that was done in that point in time, and it's all on very old old fabrics and a lot of those flour sacks, her grandmother would take them and just edge them and repurpose them. So there's a lot of beautiful hand crocheting done on these pieces, and they're all done by her great-grandmother and her grandmother. So how pretty is that? You can just feel the age. It's very melts me that Lee would have considered sending me such a beautiful package of very sentimental pieces. Oh, look at this. Look at the crocheting on that. How fine is that? And this, it's just the lightest pink. I don't know if it's coming through very well. That is it's a light pink. Just beautiful. And this is like a linen or a flour sack that was hand embroidered. A few more pieces. And doilies. They're just so soft. So pretty. This was an old flour sack that was embroidered. More embroidery. There's just so much. And I just love lace. Oh my. It's so special. That's so fine. It's like a linen. She said they didn't have a lot of extra fabric, and so whatever fabric there was got used and repurposed. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. So soft. That's pretty. All right, I am going to clean this up and then pull out the other package. I'll be right back. All right, so this is the second package. The box was a big box that that Lee had sent to me. So pretty. That's all hand done. There's a collar. A couple of table settings. So pretty. These are so soft. I'm thinking they're probably place settings. Look at this. This is old eyelet. That is so pretty. This is fragile. It's a fragile piece. Pretty. Piece of Battenberg. I remember my grandma having some like that too. And this. She also had some of these. And this must be a tablecloth of some sort. I think so. And another. It's quite old, all hand embroidered. Look at that. That is everything. Thank you so much, Lee, for taking so much time to send me such a lovely, lovely package with so many sentimental pieces. Just melts my heart. Thank you so much. And I have one more happy mail to show you. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what's my next project. Bye.